here, back with another video, and today I'm not in sunny Los Angeles, I am in freezing Long Island, New York, and today I am here with the 2026 Honda HR-V Sport. Now, what's going on with this car? I have to tell you, in 2023 they did a huge redesign on it, new body style, new looks, but the few years after that, not a lot of changes. However, for this 2026 model year, they've standardized a lot of features. They got a lot of new things right. So I want to show you the car. I want to go over it. I want to see if this is the daily driver that you should be using under $30,000. If it's right for you, or if maybe you want to skip over Honda. Let's take a look and find out. So now we're standing in front of the 26 HR-V. And the thing is, I want to show you the upgrades that Honda has put on the 26 Sport model. Coming from the LX, when you go Sport, you're going to get a lot of blacked out features. Not badging like some other brands do. However, your front fascia here, more aggressive and sporty, all blacked out. There's really no chrome on here as you'd find on the lower trim. You got the nice blacked out grille down here as well. You got these nice swooping LED headlights, and they do have daytime running lamps. Overall, I would say the styling on this is pretty sporty, pretty modern. Definitely a nice upgrade from last year's model, which did not have all that blacked out trim. So let me show you now the rims, because we do have some upgrades on those. So come around with me and I'll show you the wheels. So let's take a look at these tires now. Now on the base model LX, you're getting silver standard 17-inch rims. But if you come closer, come with me, I want to show you on this Sport model, Sport trim HR-V, you're going to get upgraded to the 18-inch black alloy rims, beautiful rims on these Hankook all-season tires. Now, the owner of this vehicle has stated that they took it upstate, driven in the snow. This is the all-wheel drive model. So overall, I would say this really adds to that refinement, that nice, for me, like that masculine touch to this car. Everything is kind of blacked out. Like I said, you don't get the blacked out badges, but you do get the blacked out front fascia, you do get the blacked out rims, and even on the back, there's some blacked out touches, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. So let's keep going around the car and see what Honda has done to it. All right, so now I want to show you the side of the car here. This Honda has been optioned up with the urban gray paint, and I'm a huge fan of it, but I need you to understand this is not a free option. When you go Honda HR-V and you go Sport, you have plenty of colors to choose from if you don't want to pay an additional fee. This one is $455, but for me, if you find it on the lot like that, I wouldn't worry too much about that price, because I really do think it makes the car pop, especially when in contrast to the black touches that they've put all around this vehicle. One of my favorite features of the car is pretty cool. When you have the keys in your pocket and you want to get in, it's cold out, you don't want to fumble with them, all you have to do, keys in my pocket, touch the door handle, beeps, unlocks, and the door opens just like that. It also has another safety feature in it as well, that if you have the keys in your pocket and you walk away, it's not on by default, so just make sure you go in there and mess with the settings. But once you change that, you can walk away from the car, and once you're about 10-20 feet, it'll auto lock for you. So if you're someone who's forgetful about locking your doors, you will not have that problem with this car. So now I want to go around and show you the remainder of the car, show you the backside, show you the cabin space. Let's take a look and see what else this Honda offers. All right, so now my favorite part of any car, the beautiful back end. With the HR-V, remember, this is the smaller car that you can get from Honda, CR-V bigger. In the CR-V, for me, it's a little bit more masculine with the lining and designs. The HR-V, a little more personality, a little bit more bubbly. I still find it very nice and attractive. Again, you have, because it's a sport trim, you have the blacked out badging, HR-V. You have blacked out bumper as opposed to the normal silver on the lower trim. Now, this is not going to be a powered liftgate, but again, for the price, there's trade-offs. I would be perfectly fine with that. Once you open this, you're going to be welcome to a nice big back cargo area, 24.4 cubic feet of storage. And the nice thing is, underneath here, you actually do get a spare tire, as you can see. Now, the seats are 60/40 rear split. They're not powered, and there is no latch back here. So for you to open them, you could press up and push. That's one way, but if you really want them to fold all the way down, best way to do it is through the back doors, grab them, pull them down, and then there you go. When you do have them folded down, you're going to upgrade from 24 cubic foot space, and you're going to go all the way to 55. Lots of room in there for shopping, big electronics, televisions, pets, whatever you need. This is a cargo mover. It's a people mover. Pretty small, but still very spacious. So if you're looking for something on the lower end side of the price, but still has enough room to carry pretty much everything you need in your day-to-day life, I think that this will handle it just fine. And then also, fun fact, everything in this car has a theme of ribbed, which is pretty nice. Ribbing back here. Just a little nice little personality touch from Honda. Doesn't really serve a purpose, but makes it fun. All right, so now I want to show you the engine on this Honda HR-V. We're talking a 2-liter, naturally aspirated, 4-cylinder engine. No hybrid systems, there's no turbos. It's just a get-up-and-go, normal gasoline engine. Honda engineering, the reputation behind Honda is going to precede it. Okay, you're talking 158 horsepower, 138 foot-pounds of torque. It's not going to be the fastest thing on the road, but it's got enough get-up-and-go to get you onto the highway, merging into traffic, just overall a reliable car. The miles per gallon on this vehicle is going to be 26 city, 30 highway on the front wheel drive. You drop down to miles per gallon, 25, still around 30 on the highway if you go all-wheel drive. For me, the all-wheel drive is still the one to get so that you get that grip on the road. But overall, there's plenty of room in here for working. This is a pretty basic engine, which is a very good thing. When it comes to other cars, they like to cram everything in. There's not a lot of room to work with, but in here you can see the quality control from the Honda factory. You can see all the room if parts need to be replaced, and I guarantee you this vehicle is not over-engineered. So if you're buying this for life, if you're buying this to keep, if you're not leasing it and you're financing it, or you're buying it outright, I can bet really good money that this is going to last you a very long time if you take care of it. You take care of a Honda, it'll take care of you right back. So now let's go around and see the rest of the car. All right, guys, interior time. I want to show you the cabin of this HR-V. For a subcompact class, it's actually got some cool tricks up its sleeve. So come on in and let me show you. The first thing I want to show you is the door panel. I do like the styling choices here. Again, this car overall has some bubbly characteristics, and they definitely lean into it. With my CR-V that I own, it's more flat, you know, more, I don't know, conservative in how they style it. But here in the HR-V, they're having some fun with it, with the bolstering on the door panels. You have, you know, a basic sound system here, but it sounds pretty damn good. Okay, you have the plastic on the door frames, and again, you have that ribbed for her pleasure texture on the doors. Now, if you come on in, I want to show you the interior here. You have that standard, that new look that Honda's been going with for a few years now, that honeycomb styling on the dash. Very nice soft plastic up here. Okay, and then the seats. In the HR-V, in the sport trim, you're getting cloth seats. However, I do like that they're just not basic. You have this textured pattern to it, and as well with the orange stitching, adds a little personality overall to the seats. Okay, you have your leather-wrapped shifter right here. Now, this drivetrain is attached to Honda's CVT. Some people like it, some people don't, but from what I've heard with the years of reviews on them now, the Honda CVT is probably more reliable than other manufacturers. So take it as you will, but you're going to get smooth shifts as there are no gears. You have park, reverse, neutral, drive, sport, and low. You have your drive mode selector switch, and that is going to give you eco, normal, and snow. You have your downhill descent control, and you have your electronic parking brake here, as well as your brake hold button for when you're at a red light. Down here, you have this nice little cubby, and when you come around to the driver's side, I'll show you there is a little hidden USB-C port here for charging extra devices. As well as, if you don't decide to charge that way, you have your wireless charging pad right here. With the upgrade to 2026, they removed the USB-A port, and now you have USB-C, dual USB-C ports here as well. You have your climate controls here. Now in the sport trim, you're only getting a single zone. You're not getting dual climate controls. If you upgrade to the EXL, you will get that. And then standard on the 26 that they're changing from 25 is that you're going standard across all trims, a 9-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So come around to the driver's side and I'll show you what's going on in the cockpit of this HR-V. All right, guys, come on in because I want to show you the cabin. I want to show you what it's like in the cockpit of this HR-V. This car feels cozy and comfy to me. I really like it. When you go with the sport trim, you're going to upgrade to the leather wrap steering wheel. Definitely a nice touch. Just no heated, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, now when it comes to the seats, they are bolstered, which feel very good. You don't have any power seats on this. When you go with the sport, that is one of the trade-offs. If you want powered seats, you're going to have to go up to the EXL trim. However, it's pretty decent in the adjustments. There is no lumbar adjustment, but you can get your height, you can get your back. Definitely good for long road trips. Really no complaints there. And again, you know what you're getting with the trade-offs. You do get your digital displays here. It is a hybrid system when it comes to displays. You get an analog speedometer and you get half a digital display. And in that, you can get things like audio controls. You can choose you know, you can see your all-wheel drive torque and distribution and where the power is going to the wheels. You can pretty much put anything in here. The only thing I did notice is that you can't put navigation, which on the CR-V model you can. So it'll give you turn-by-turn directions pulling from either Google Maps or Apple Maps, depending on what you're using. Other than that, missing, you get a cornucopia of vehicle settings and gauges that you can have here, your range and fuel, speed, everything, trip odometer. So you decide what you want, add that in, and you're good to go. So now that we've seen the cockpit area, let's go in the back seats and see how it stacks up against other subcompact models. The theming continues. You have this nice textured back seats. You have the orange stitching. Very well made back here. No leather, but even under 30,000, it doesn't feel like Honda skimped when it comes to cloth seats. These are definitely quality seats, and I think they'll hold up over time if you just take care of them right. You are missing some features back here. I believe on the EXL, the top trim, you will get USB ports back here. As you can see, almost like this empty little placeholder. That's probably where they go. But back here on the Sport, you do not get any. You get a little holder for some change or someone's keys, or maybe you can put their phone, but there is no charging. So you're going to have to run a cable from the front to the back if you'd like that. There's no heated seats. There's really no frills back here. You get some top lights in the ceiling. No moonroof. But I do like that in the Sport, it's blacked out. The one thing I don't like in cars is beige headliners, and I do like that the interior is truly blacked out. Really gives it a quality feel to me. I'm 5'8". I have plenty of headroom. I do have a friend here, and you're going to see him in a second, but he's like 6'2". We want to see how a 6-foot tall person holds up in the back of these. But overall, with that bubble shape, I feel like it's going to be okay for most people. Maybe not the biggest car for somebody over 6 feet, but if you're average 5'8", 5'9", maybe pushing 5'10" or 11, I think more than enough space. So now that we've seen the entire interior, the back seat, the front seat, overall, let's go take a look at how this thing drives. Let's go take it on the road and see how she handles. All right, so driving the 26 HR-V, the Sport. What do I think? Well, first, I want to give my recommendations on who this is for. You're talking an under $30,000 subcompact SUV. Tons of room, tons of get up and go in the horsepower. It's not a lot, but for merging onto the highway, for getting where you need to go, it's got enough power, enough pep that you're never going to have to worry about getting into somebody's way. This car handles very nicely. The steering is not too heavy, but it's not too light. You want the wheel to do something, it does it. When you upgrade to the Sport trim, this leather steering wheel feels very nice to the touch, even though it is missing the heated steering wheel. You might want that, so definitely bump yourself up. If you live in a colder area, bump yourself up to the EXL and you'll get the heated steering wheel. But overall, you get a ton of technology in this. You get all the safety features, you get blind spot monitoring in here. You get a nice big 9-inch infotainment screen with wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, and the gas mileage is what you're buying this thing for. I mean, considering that it is not a hybrid, you're getting 25 city, 30 highway. This thing is going to sip the gas depending on how you drive it. But overall, if you're looking for something where maybe you have one kid or you have no kids, you and your partner maybe have a dog, you want to go to the beach, you have a small business, anything you really need, this can handle most of it. If you grow your family or you have bigger items you need to carry, maybe you'd want to bump yourself up to the full-size CR-V. But otherwise, for most people, this is going to be super reliable. Honda engineering, you know you're getting a good product. You know you're going to get a good engine. So if you're buying this and you're not leasing this, you take care of it. It is a Honda. It will take care of you. Driving it, I can tell you, it feels solid. It feels great. It's not boring. It's not a sports car, but overall, it's giving me a fantastic vibe if this was going to be my daily driver. So would I recommend this to people? Yeah, I would. For the price point, you can't go wrong. For all the technology you get inside of it, it's a great value, it's a great steal, and I think it's matured in its look. When it first came out years ago, I wasn't a big fan of it. Those weird door handles that they had, didn't like it. Now that they put the door handles back where door handles belong, and they remodeled it in 2023, and if you waited this long, 24, 25, now 26, adding a lot of standard features, bigger screen, more tech, upgraded USBs, wireless charging for everybody. You really can't go wrong in the Honda HR-V. So go out, take a test drive, see if it's for you. But if this is on your radar, I would say this might be a top contender. The price point, the gas mileage, the technology, and if you upgrade to that urban gray paint job with the matte black everything, I think it looks pretty damn sexy. So let's finish up. I'm gonna park this thing now and I'll give you my final takes, and that'll be that. So thank you for joining me on this test drive, and talk soon. All right, guys, so what do we learn about the HR-V in this review? Well, I can tell you one thing. Honda is very competitive in this market. They're very competitive in the larger size vehicles with the Pilot, the CR-V, and the midsize, and in the subcompact range, I think they're killing it. Especially when you have competition out there like the Corolla Cross, the Kia Seltos, the Hyundai Kona, you have options in this category. But for me, for being under $30,000 with the value that you get, when you get the all-wheel drive, you get tons of technology and safety in the car, really good room. You're not going to get things like powered seats, you're not going to get a moonroof at this trim, but you are going to get just that Honda quality, that reassurance that your purchase is going to be okay. It's going to take you places. So overall, I would say it's a great vehicle. My recommendation is for you to go test drive it, see if you like it. But interior wise, it feels more expensive than the price point actually lets on. And every time you get in that car, you know you're getting a quality product. So the fact that it comes with remote start, there is no app on here, but you do get remote start on the Sport trim. So go with the Sport, see if you need the EXL trim if you want a little bit more features, but overall, I think that's the sweet spot for the Honda HR-V. As always, it's Dean, your boy. Thank you so much for sticking around with me in this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, whatever you buy, don't blame me for your problems. I'll see you on the next one. The 2026 Honda HR-V Sport really represents what this segment is all about. It blends sharp exterior styling with a clean, modern interior, and it delivers the kind of driving experience most people are actually looking for in a daily vehicle. It's easy to live with, comfortable on longer drives, and efficient enough to make anyone happy at the pump, all while still having a sporty edge under $30,000. From a tech and safety standpoint, Honda continues to set a strong standard. You get the core features people depend on every day: a responsive infotainment system, a clear digital cluster, and a full suite of driver-assisted tech designed to make commuting and highway driving safer and less stressful. It's the kind of setup that feels modern without being overcomplicated. The interior space is versatile, the hatch is practical, and the build quality feels solid. On the flip side, it's not the fastest SUV in the class, and if you want luxury-level materials or aggressive performance, you're going to need to look at higher segments or other brands. But for reliability, efficiency, and everyday usability, this package makes a lot of sense. Honda has built its reputation on long-term dependability, smart engineering, and strong resale value, and the 2026 HR-V Sport fits right into that legacy. If you're shopping for a compact SUV that's modern, safe, efficient, and easy to own, this one absolutely deserves a spot on your test drive list. As always, it's Dean here. Thank you again, and I hope to see you on the next one.